Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell, we're in a little bit different of a space. There's a little bit of an echo going on, so I'm very sorry about that. We are currently in my apartment gym, and we are going to do a glutes and hams workout together. This is basically going to be almost like a typical leg day, glute and ham day for me, just because a lot of the stuff I do does require like dumbbells and like cable work. Normally I would do barbell hip thrust, but since I don't have that, we are going to use some dumbbells. So this is basically going to be more of like apartment friendly or limited equipment friendly glute and ham workout, if that makes sense. So the first thing we're going to start with, a warm up, like a dynamic mobility warm up. So we're going to do some leg swings and we're going to do some walking toe touches. So those two movements you're going to do back to back, three-ish times, whatever you feel like you need to do. Sometimes I feel really tight and I need to do it about 3 or 4 times. That's just personal preference. Realistically, you can do 2 to 3 and that should be sufficient enough. If you feel the need to do more, go ahead, or you can incorporate some other dynamic mobility exercises. These are just the 2 I do every single workout. I just like them the best. I think they work the best. So I'm going to do this for 2 more sets, and you're doing 20 for each. So 20 leg swings on each side, and then you're doing 10 walking toe touches one way and then 10 the other way. All right, so the first exercise we're going to be doing is hip thrusts. We are going to be using dumbbells, but obviously if you have a barbell and you would like to do barbell hip thrusts, go right ahead, take advantage of the barbells. I only really have these really thick ones here in my apartment complex, so we are going to use those. You can go as heavy or as light as you would like to. We are going to do about 4 sets of 10, and on the 5th rep, we are going to pause. We're going to do 4 sets. On the 5th one, we're going to pause, and then on the 10th one, we're going to pause. And we're going to do that for every set. We're going to probably pause for about 3 to 5 seconds. Personally, really up to you, whatever weight you're using, however long you can hold it. So like I said, I'm going to use the 30 just because these are so thick that if I used a 50, I do not think that I'd be able to get full range of motion. So I'm going to use a 30 on the 5th, and then the 10th rep, we're going to hold. All right, so next we are going to do some RDLs. I'm going to demonstrate with really lightweight, but I'm going to end up probably using the 40s, about 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 10. Okay, so you're going to have your feet about like hip width apart, wherever you feel comfortable. You're going to have that slight bend in your knee. You're going to have your back straight, shoulders down. Here, you're going to keep your chin tucked. You're going to hinge forward, so you're going to keep that slight bend here. You're going to hinge forward, come down all the way through your range of motion, and then come up, keeping that core engaged the whole time. So we're not folding over, we're here, we're really just pushing those hips back, pushing them back here, and then squeezing the hamstrings to come on up. Once you get the hang of it and you understand the concept of the movement, it's so easy to actually get. Don't go past your range of motion. If you feel like you're starting to fold or like there's really tight or it's like really pulling on your hamstrings, you're probably going too far. You're probably going outside of that range of motion, which you don't want to do. Your range of motion can always be increased, but if you are overextending, overstretching, that's not good for you and that's going to lead to an injury. Alright, so next up we got the Bulgarians. So we're going to do single leg Bulgarian split squats. I'm using the bench, you can use whatever. Truthfully, if your foot is not entirely elevated, to me, and there's no weight being used on it, it's not a split squat, it's just a lunge. I know JPG coaching says split, like, I don't remember exactly what his definitive thing with split squats is, but to me, my personal belief and like the way I was trained and like my knowledge and everything, if that foot isn't completely elevated with no weight on it, I don't believe that it's a split squat. It is an elevated lunge. I really don't have the best way to show you an example, but to me, a Bulgarian split squat here, this, back. Your foot is entirely back. There should be no weight using you to help push up. Now, whereas if your foot, say, pretend like it's elevated like over here. I don't think you can see that, but my foot back here, that's elevated. To me, this is not a Bulgarian split squat. This is just a back heel elevated lunge. Like you here have full control to use that back leg to push off and help you up. Without that, it's a Bulgarian split squat. With that, heel elevated lunge. Or, no, back leg elevated lunge. I don't know what to tell you. All right, but anyways, aside from that rant, let's get into the Bulgarian split squat. Like I said, I'm gonna use a really lightweight just to show what we're gonna do here. Leg back. Comfortability, range of motion, all dependent on where you put this leg. You can have it as far out here if you wanted, all the way back and do it. Or you can have it really, really close in here and going down. Truthfully, I do mine at a wide range of stances. It just kind of depends on the day of how comfortable I am, how tight I feel, stuff like that. Here, back, shoulders down and back, foot stable, down, up. You can use 2 dumbbells or you can use 1. I always say put the dumbbell in the opposite foot. So it's in my left hand, but I'm using my right leg, so it's gonna be opposite arm as leg. So here, down and up. Okay? We're gonna do this for about 3 or 4 sets of 8. Like I said, use whatever weight you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever makes you feel strong, whatever you think you can do. Yeah. I love these. I feel like these target the hamstrings and the glutes so well. First, what we're going to do is you're going to grab it, you're going to have a rope attachment, you're going to be here. You're going to step out. You can step as far out or as like little as you want, just as long as there's tension on the cables the whole time, and that when you go back, that the weights aren't clinking together. You're going to do here, you're going to have this in between your legs, you're going to hold. You're going to have your shoulders down and back, straight back, have a slight bend in that knee, and again, you're going to hinge. You're not folding forward, we are literally hinging and sticking our glutes back. So you're going to be here, back, and forward. And as you come forward, you're really squeezing. Now you're not going to overdo it, but when you come forward, you're really going to squeeze them, and then you're going to keep that tension the whole time as you're going down, and then back. Going back, and then up. Okay, you're keeping that tension that whole time.
Watch out, 'cause I know the break's coming.
Alright guys, and the last exercise we're going to do is we are going to do some lateral step-ups. For lateral step-ups, we are working the afters and the glutes over here, and I'm going to do it with no weight, stand straight. You're stepping up from the side, so we're not stepping up this way. I find that lateral step-ups target my glutes more, so it's just preferential thing. From here, what we're going to do is this bottom leg is we're going to try to the best of our ability to not put any weight on it. So what we're going to do here is you're going to step up here and you're going to come back down and come back up. So that whole time there should be tension on the adductors and on the glutes. So here, going down and up, down, up. Really not using this bottom leg to press up off the floor to get you back up. We're literally just tapping the floor. We are not coming down and pressing back up. We're not like doing this whole thing or whatever. We are literally just coming up tapping the floor, coming back up. Really keeping those tensions in the glutes. Alright guys, but thank you so much for watching. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this workout. I love glutes and hams and training them, so I hope this workout was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it was a killer or a burner on your glutes in some way, shape, or form. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias as well as subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.